let us attempt this question. We're looking at the vulcanization of rubber is a process by which what? When we talk about vulcanization, we are looking at the process by which natural rubber is heated with sulfur in order to obtain a, that is heated with sulfur in a very high pressure, okay, in order to obtain a tougher, harder, and more elastic rubber. All right. Now that is done. Remember, if you look at the structure of rubber, you look at something like this. Rubber is you have a carbon, let's just say this is another carbon, butane or butene carbon atom. We have another one here. The more sulfur you add, the more inelastic the rubber becomes, okay, and it now becomes solid, what we call ebonite. Ebonite, what they use in making rubber tire. So now if you mix sulfur here, you have something like this. Now in between you have sulfur, 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 sulfur. Do you get that? Now there will no longer be double bond. Okay, what we have here, this is rubber with a double bond, and when you now add sulfur to it, because of the presence of sulfur, this double bond will now be what? Be removed. So now the removal of this double bond will now make the rubber more elastic, will now make the rubber more tougher and more harder. Okay, but remember, the more sulfur you add to this natural rubber before heating, the more inelastic it becomes. All right, it will become more tougher, harder, but inelastic. Okay, so now for you, and this inelastic solid will now make it to, there's what we call ebonite. Ebonite is what they use in making this tire, because of what? The more sulfur is added. Okay, so now this sulfur remove what? This double bond. So our correct option is what? Sulfur is chemically combined in the rubber. So when sulfur is chemically combined in the rubber, it will not be what? It will now be called vulcanization, a process whereby rubber is heated, natural rubber is heated with sulfur in a very high pressure in order to obtain a more stable, harder, elastic rubber. So our correct option is option C. For more of this video, join Ojemike YouTube channel, or you follow us on Facebook on Ojemike Online Chemistry. Do well to like, share, and comment. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye bye.